been dialing Murray Hill 40098 for the last 3/4 of an hour, and the line is always busy. But I don't see how it could be busy that long. Will you try it for me, please?
Murray Hill 40098. One more, please.
I don't see how it could be busy all this time. It's my husband's office. He's working late tonight, and I'm all alone here in the house. My health is very poor, and I've been feeling so nervous all day.
Ringing Murray Hill 40098.
Oh, hello, is Mr. Stevenson there?
Hello? Hello, George?
Yes, sir.
Hello, who's this?
We had heard from our client. He said the coast is clear.
Yes, sir.
Where are you now?
In a phone booth.
Okay, you know at 11 o'clock. Make it quick as little as possible. Our client does not wish to make us suffer long.
A knife, okay.
A knife will be okay. And remember, remove the bracelets, the rings, and the barrel drawer. Our client wishes it to look like a simple robbery.
Okay, I get.
Oh, how awful.
I'm sorry, madam. What number were you calling?
It was supposed to be Murray Hill 4098, but it wasn't. Some wires must have been crossed. I was cut into a wrong number, and I've just heard the most dreadful thing ever. A murder, and you'll simply have to retrace that call at once, operator.
I beg your pardon. I don't quite.
Oh, I know it was a wrong number, and I had no business listening, but these two men, they were cold-blooded fiends, and they were going to murder somebody, some poor, innocent woman who was all alone in her house near the bridge, and we've got to stop them.
What number were you calling, madam?
That doesn't matter. This was a wrong number. Operator!
Yes, madam.
Can't you forget what number I was calling and do something specific? I want to trace that call. It's my civil duty. It's your civil duty to trace that call and to apprehend those dangerous killers. And if you won't, Chief Operator, I want you to trace the call immediately. I don't know where it came from or who was making it, but it's absolutely necessary that it be tracked down. It was about a murder, a terrible, cold-blooded murder of an innocent poor woman tonight at 11:30.
I see. Have you told the police?
No, how could I?
You're making this check into a private call purely as a private individual.
Yes, but meanwhile...
Well, Mrs. Stevenson, I seriously doubt whether we could take this check for you at this time. Just on your say so, as a private individual, we have something more official.
The police department, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Ringing the police department.
Police department. Oh, this is Miss Stevenson, Mr. Albert Stevenson of 53 North Sodon Place. I'm calling to report a murder.
Huh?
I mean, the murder hasn't been committed yet. I just overheard plans for it over the telephone, over a wrong number the operator gave me. I've been trying to trace the call myself, but everybody is so stupid, and I guess in the end, you're the only people who could do anything.
Yes, ma'am.
Two men were talking, and they were going to murder some woman at 11:15 tonight. She lived in a house near the bridge.
And what is your name, ma'am?
Mrs. Stevenson, Mrs. Albert Stevenson.
And your address?
53 North Stonehenge Place. That's near a bridge, the Queensboro Bridge, you know, and we have a private apartment on our street and 2nd Avenue.
And what was the number you were calling?
Murray Hill 40098. But that wasn't the number I overheard. I mean, Murray Hill 40098 is my husband's office. He's working late tonight, and I was trying to reach him to ask him to come home. I'm involved, and it's the maid's night off, and I hate to be alone, even though he says I'm perfectly safe as long as I have a telephone right beside my bed.
We will look into it, Miss Stevenson, and see if...
Personally, I feel you ought to do something far more immediately and drastic than just check the call. What good does checking the call do if they stop talking? By the time you track it down, they'll already committed the murder.
We will take care of it, lady. Don't worry.
I'd say the whole thing calls for a complete and thorough search of the whole city. I'm very near a bridge, and I'm not far from 2nd Avenue, and I know I'd feel a whole lot better if you sent a radio car around my neighborhood at once.
And what made you think the murder is going to be committed in your neighborhood, ma'am?
Oh, I don't know. The confidence is so...
2nd Avenue is a very long street, ma'am. And do you happen to know how many bridges there are in the city of New York? How do you know there isn't some little house out on Staten Island or some little 2nd Avenue you never heard about? How do you know they were even talking about New York at all?
But I heard the call on the New York dialing system.
How do you know it wasn't a long-distance call you overheard? Telephones are a funny thing. Look, lady, why don't you look at it this way?
I suppose not, but it's so inhuman, so cold-blooded.
A lot of murders are committed in the city every day, ma'am. If we could do something to stop it, we would. But a clue of this could that so it's much more used to use us than no clue at all.
But surely,
Unless, of course, you have some reason for thinking this call is funny and that someone may be planning to murder you?
me? Oh no, I hardly think so. I mean, why should anybody? I'm all alone all day and night. I see nobody except my maid Eloise. She's a big 200-pound woman who's too lazy to bring up my tray of breakfast. And the only other person is my husband Albert. He's crazy about me. He adores me. Waits on me hand and foot. He scarcely left my side since I took 12 years ago. Sick 12 years ago.
Well, then there's nothing for you to worry about. Is there?
But what will you do? It's so late. It's nearly 11 o'clock.
Go take care of it, lady.
Will you broadcast it all over the city and send out squads and warn your radio cars to wash out, especially in suspicious neighborhoods like mine?
Lady, I said we'll take care of it. Just now, I've got a couple of other matters here on my desk that requires my
Oh,
immediate.
idiot! Why did I do that? Now he'll think I'm a fool. Oh, why doesn't Albert just come home? Why doesn't he?
Hello? Is this Plaza 42295?
Yes, this is Plaza 42295.
This is Western Union. I have a telegram here for Mrs. Albert Stevenson. Is there anyone to receive the message?
I am Mr. Stevenson.
The telegram is as follows. Mrs. Albert Stevenson, 53, Nurse Studden Place, New York, darling. Terribly sorry. Tried to get you for last hour, but the line busy. Leaving for Boston 11 p.m. tonight on urgent business. Back tomorrow afternoon. Keep happy. Love, signed, Albert. Thank you, madam. Good night.
Albert, how could you? But I can't be alone tonight. I can't. If I'm alone one more second, I don't care what he says or what the expense is. I'm a sick woman. I'm entitled.
I want the telephone number of Henchley Hospital.
Good evening, Hampshire Hospital.
When do you expect Miss Phillipson?
I really don't know, madam. She went out for supper at 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock? But it's not 11 yet. Oh, my clock has stopped. I thought it was running down. What time is it?
Just 14 minutes past 11.
What's that? That click just now in my own telephone, as though someone had lifted the receiver off the hook of the extension phone downstairs. Operator, I'm in desperate trouble. I don't dare. There's someone listening. Can you hear me now?
No, madam.
He's coming up the stairs. Give me the police department.
Your call, please. What number are you calling, madam?
The police department.
Ring in the police department.
Huh?
Sorry, wrong number.